This is wrestling's Bloodiest Wars life sentence. I am Joe Dombrowski. We'll get you straight to the ring with the renewal of perhaps the biggest rivalry in the history of the wrestling's Bloodiest Wars series. Joe Gacy and Matt Tremont in a fist fight as we have another match within a match. They've met 3 times on this series. No decisive winner in that series. They're 1-1-1 for all intents and purposes. But now to why we're here. This next matchup, it's fans bring the weapons. It's Ron Mathis in the red trunks. It's Rory Mondo in the yellow pants. And it's a baseball bat to the back. And now to the skull. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Fans Bring the Weapons. That means that everything you see used in this matchup was brought to the building here this evening by these fans you see in attendance behind and around this ring. They are sick, they are twisted, they want to see blood and brutality, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We thank you for your help in presenting what is sure to be a wrestling's Bloodiest Wars classic. 2 of the most unhinged and unpredictable individuals you'll find anywhere in wrestling or combat sports in general. I'm not sure what's at the center of the ring. Mathis just got DDT'd on top of it. Some sort of hard surface, to say the least, elevated off the canvas. No way for Mathis to protect himself. Not sure if that was a case of some sort of a car battery or what it was. And Mondo, I think he has a game console. Ron Mathis just got reduced to 16 bits. Plastic guitar. More insult to injury than anything. And there you see the ultimate injury. Ron Mathis heavily lacerated. You could take your pick on what did that job. 2 or 3 shots to the head in short order. Mathis responds with some sort of powder or flour of some sort to the eyes and a huge debilitating neck breaker. Mondo dropped right in the back of his head. The last name Mondo is legendary in violent, hardcore wrestling matchups as Mondo gets dropped. Folks, if you've not been in a wrestling ring before, the edge of that ring, that frame of the ring, is wooden board and metal support beams interlocking. There is no give, there is no protection. And Mondo just landed spine first. Mathis takes over. Mathis elevated, but able to counter. Tiger driver cover? No. Regardless of these weapons strewn about the ring, sometimes the right wrestling maneuver can be just as dangerous as any of them. But couldn't put Mondo down. There you see that unhinged spirit, that unpredictable nature, that lunatic fringe, if you will, of Ron Mathis. Mondo able to get the kendo stick and fire off between the eyes of Mathis. And once again, zeroing in on that cut, trying to deepen it, open it wider. Oh no. Burning hammer onto an open chair. That steel is bent. Near fall. Think about a solid steel chair. Think about the weight it is designed to support. Think about the various shapes and sizes of people that use chairs just like that. And then think about the force it must have taken Ron Mathis's head to bend that chair nearly in half. And Mathis is lacerated deeply. Mathis is unconventional as they come. Cereal box? Mathis trying to fight to his feet. Gotta wonder if that powder, that flour, getting into the eyes, getting into the cut of Mathis, making things worse. Another, what looks like a thicker kendo stick. Right to the small of the back. Mathis is prone. That guardrail bridging between two chairs, that's nothing but steel on top of steel. Mathis able to counter and has his own design in mind for that contraption, that implement of destruction. And Mondo dazed on the top, oh no. Pile driver through the steel. That'll do it. Mathis may have broken his kneecaps in the process. A pile driver is one of the most outlawed and illegal moves in pro wrestling because of the very, very serious danger to the neck and spine. Careers have been ended thanks to that maneuver being performed regularly, let alone on top of steel guardrails and chairs, but it took that much to defeat Rory Mondo. Mathis and Mondo give you a visual you would remember throughout an entire life sentence. And we have you, the fans, to thank for it, for supplying the weapons here on Wrestling's Bloodiest War. Wrestling's Bloodiest War's life sentence continues with the Psycho Shooter and the Deathmatch Drunker. It's Drake Younger, one-on-one with Danny Havoc. In the corner of Danny Havoc, and Havoc will need all the help he can get against the Naptown Dragon and one of the most versatile and fearless athletes we've ever seen in the Wrestling's Bloodiest War series. Drake Younger has the battle scars and war stories to prove it. This man is absolutely insane. Danny Havoc in his own right. Spent years amassing his reputation. Certainly, we've seen what the nation has done over the months here in Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars. It's Drake. Sunset bomb. Havoc's head bounces off the chair. Near fall. God. It's the whiplash effect, not to mention Havoc's head collided with the solid steel chair as Drake. That's a Northern Lights suplex. Drake was bridging up to try to trap the shoulders of Havoc long enough to get three, but it did not work. But Drake doesn't miss a beat. Went on to his next plan of destruction. Havoc trying to fight to his feet, but Drake. Side suplex onto an open chair. Another pin for two, and just think of how much enforcement goes into those chairs. They're built to withstand several hundred pounds of weight. People of all shapes and sizes sit on those chairs at our event, and Drake, with enough strength to drive Danny Havoc practically through the chair, bending steel. Now another chair in play. Drake caught. Elevated with the head and arm suplex. Not only did Drake hit head and neck first on the steel, but you could see his body awkwardly bounce over top of the backrest of that chair. And now Lucky 13 passing in a staple gun to Havoc. Is Havoc going to staple Drake Younger between the eyes? Got him right in the forehead. Drake tried to counter. Drake tried to weave and wobble. Only a matter of time before Danny Havoc got his way. And Drake has just been stopped in his tracks. Havoc has something in his hand along with the staple gun. I couldn't catch a glimpse of what it was, but whatever it is or was, it is now attached to Drake Younger. It is part of him. Havoc is stapling items to the face of Drake Younger. And now, that's a dollar bill. These items are stuck to the flesh of Drake Younger through staples. It's sadistic and it's vile, but it's what you need to do to attempt to quarantine Drake Younger. Drake cannot be stopped under normal circumstances. Nice counter by the Psycho Shooter. And Havoc. Oh no. No! Drake Younger just stapled the tongue of Danny Havoc to the turnbuckle. Havoc can't move. Now he can. Perhaps not the way to be freed that Havoc had wanted. You see that dollar bill still attached to Drake, that heavier object. Thankfully it had fallen off, but...
You shut up!
My God, you can see the staple. You can see the staple embedded in the tongue of Danny Havoc. Havoc having to rip the staple out of his body. And Drake Younger, knowing it'll take more than that to finish this thing, sends Havoc back into the battlefield. Just when I think I've seen everything here in wrestling's bloodiest wars, Drake, dollar bill still attached to his cheek, slams Havoc in a stack of steel chairs. Psycho Shooter ready to fly. Big time risk, but Havoc there to meet him. And Drake takes the steel elevated driver style 2-0. And Havoc showing frustration. Havoc nearly lost his tongue trying to beat Drake Younger, but it still wasn't enough. Drake prone again for a moment, but comes back with a staple gun. I believe that was right to the chest. Right around the heart of Danny Havoc, and now looks like a modified version of the Drake and Bake. Onto the steel. Havoc's body bowing up in pain, but Drake has had so much taken out of him. Drake doesn't have enough to follow through with a cover. Drake to his feet around the same time as Havoc. Could be time for Drake's landing. No one gets up from Drake's landing, especially not on the steel. Havoc knows that. And Havoc gets two on the modified takedown. Almost like a reverse Olympic slam where Younger was dropped face and torso first on that crudely thrown together pile of steel chairs of Havoc. Looking for something else.
I think I need a weapon too.
As Drake Younger now draped across the table. Danny Havoc introduced into this matchup. Drake sensed imminent doom, as did we all. Drake puts Havoc onto the table. As Havoc! Body bent in half, pile driver through a table. It's gotta be it. No! The pile driver specifically targets the neck. It is one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling. It has been banned in about 90% or more of the pro wrestling business because of the very serious injuries it's caused over the years, but it wasn't enough to put Danny Havoc down. Drake's landing attempt, lucky 13, just spat that beer or whatever it was onto Drake Younger, who's absolutely lost his mind. Drake drops 13 on the edge of that ring frame. That's where metal meets wood. It's the hardest part of a wrestling ring. And this is the psycho shooter part of Drake Younger. He's not listening to anybody. He's got tunnel vision on 13. Havoc still wants a piece, and we've completely lost control. 13 and Younger still going at it. No contest in this match. Nothing settled, and this fight may continue later on in the locker room. No clear-cut winner between Havoc and Younger may lead to a life sentence of questions between these two men as far as who the better man truly is here on wrestling's Bloodiest War. Next up, on wrestling's Bloodiest War's life sentence, it's an ultra-violent beast versus a hardcore luchador. Masada, one-on-one with Aeroball. But you don't want that in your lap. Or any other part of your anatomy. Right between the shoulder blades. Masada got bored with the kendo stick. We talked about the disrespect of removing a mask. But those weapons, those bamboo sticks we've seen from Masada time and again. I was told earlier today by the Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars research department, those are actually carpet tacked sticks. They are used to embed carpeting into a hard floor. So they are made to be sharp, they're made to be strong, they're made to be resilient, and obviously they are much stronger than human skin. And Masada exposed the skin under that mask to open about probably a dozen puncture wounds in Arrow Boy, who comes back to drop Masada into the barbed wire. And the cut forming on the arm right away. That steel chair does a lot of damage on its own. Wraps that barbed wire. Oh no. Now head first. And then the back upon landing. Masada drilled into the steel. And now it is all Arrow Boy at the moment. Arrow Boy suplexes the ladder straight on top of the ultraviolet beast. Gets two. Does Arrow Boy. Arrow Boy's got the barbed wire board. And Arrow Boy has that pugil stick of pain, that puncturing pugil stick right into the skull, caught in the hair. Masada can't get free. His forehead has a couple of cuts in it, and now the top of the head will follow suit. And Arrow Boy has done a great job of negating Masada's offensive skills, grounding him, slowing him down, which is what I thought Masada would be doing. Arrow Boy puts the brakes on. Viva la Mexico! Ah! Muerte! Arrow Boy crashes and burns. And again, stuck inside the barbed wire labyrinth. It sometimes hurts more getting pulled out than getting thrown in, but just to be sure, we're going to try it again. And Arrow Boy, that mask came off upon impact. I think the mask got caught up into the barbed wire. And Arrow Boy, you notice he immediately went to put the mask back on. The pain of the barbed wire didn't even matter anymore. God. Barbed wire sandwich. Masada loosened that mask when he ripped that hole open in it. The barbed wire is added upon that. And that mask has become a distraction for Arrow Boy just as much as anything else. And we talk about the disrespect, the shame, the regret, the embarrassment, the humiliation that comes with having your mask removed. Arrow Boy could have his whole face ripped off if Masada has his way, but Masada, we're gonna make history here. We're gonna see what this young man looks like.
Fuck him up, Masada! Come on, Masada, fuck him up!
And again, that mask represents the identity, and back into the front row. Masada has literally and figuratively been ripped apart. Or excuse me, Masada has literally and figuratively ripped apart pretty much the entire identity of Arrow Boy. Arrow Boy couldn't even get himself back over the guardrail. Masada had to pull him over. Blood all over the back and especially the right shoulder blade of Arrow Boy. He's in trouble. That barbed wire board with the chairs acting as bases. And Arrow Boy can't move. He's trapped. He's stuck. Oh my God, as you can see. a couple of very long gashes as Arrow Boy pulls himself out. Jeez. Oh, that pugil stick. That pugil stick driven into the temple. It ripped hair out. And could that have been enough to allow Arrow Boy to set up an ultimate high risk? Masada dropped with a Hurricane Rana from 10 feet above. And Masada, now as he attempts to cope with that pain, now realizes he's got to find a way out. But Arrow Boy not done, I don't think. Oh, look, you can see our staff with the wire cutters trying to free Masada's hair. We don't see a lot of guys in wrestling's bloodiest wars coming to battle with long hair. Arrow Boy on top, 2-0. I thought that very easily could have been it. But not a lot of deathmatch stars coming with long hair, and you're seeing a crash course as to why. Arrow Boy on top. Picture perfect swanton bomb. Spreads out his body, wait for maximum impact. This will be 3-0. Arrow Boy frustrated. Arrow Boy's looking for a way. Arrow Boy needs a way to finish this match off as quickly as he can before his body gives out, before his mask gives out. Ladder. I believe that's also wrapped in barbed wire. Arrow Boy. That power slam. Arrow Boy, his upper body hit the canvas, his lower body hit the ladder. Near fall. I believe Arrow Boy avoided most of that barbed wire. But by God, his leg could have been broken the way it bounced off of that steel. Very, very awkward landing. Not a better landing, just different landing than perhaps Masada may have wanted. Arrow Boy counters, great roll through into the cross arm breaker. Masada trying to stab Arrow Boy to counter a wrestling move, and Arrow Boy gonna stab Masada. And Masada with dozens of punctures. An extra half an inch inside Masada's skull. Masada's own weapon of choice being used against him. And Arrow Boy gonna transition this into the Tornado DDT, but he's countered. Northern Light suplex by Masada gives himself a respite. Can the Ultraviolet Beast come back? Roll through. It started as a wrestling move, but ended as a stabbing. The carpet tech sticks into the head. The neck is crimped. Arrow Boy, there's nowhere to go. Will Arrow Boy tap out? God. Did he tap out? I haven't heard a bell. Masada, I guess Masada got another idea. Oh no, get ripping the mask right into the forehead. My God, look at that deep trickle of blood. Arrow Boy. They're sticking out of his forehead. They're sticking out of the top of his skull. He's bleeding heavily. His mask is ripped half open. He can't see. Masada's on top. How can anybody survive this? How can anybody keep fighting? But the arm doesn't drop. The official checking for consciousness. And Arrow Boy is still alive. Jeez. Brain buster. And now Masada right back to square one. The stick to the head. Masada asking for the kendo. No! He's just digging a kendo stick into the man's head. If the arm drops 3 times, this match will be called. Arrow Boy may have passed out from the pain. No! Masada, he's aiming for the eye. Arrow Boy had to tap to save his eye. Masada was aiming for the man's eye. Wrestling Bloodiest War's life sentence continues with a visual spectacle. Beware, because you're about to see one of the most dangerous matches in all of combat sports, a no-ropes, barbed wire war between DJ Hyde and Ohio is for Killers member, Jake Christ. You hear this crowd in the early going firmly behind Jake Christ yelling out OI4K. That stands for Ohio is for Killers. Christ, a native of the Dayton, Ohio area. OI4K is the mindset of he, his brother Dave, and many others. But you see the mindset of DJ Hyde, the middle finger, spitting in the face of Jake Christ, and now big DJ Hyde unloads. This is a barbed wire matchup. The ropes have been taken down and replaced with razor-sharp barbed wire on all 4 sides of the ring. But these men wasting no time brawling all over this building. These men don't need barbed wire to be dangerous, I guarantee you that. Chris finds himself in the second row. But DJ finds himself wearing a steel chair necktie. With another for good measure. DJ out on his feet. Jake Christ charging. Oh my God. Jake Christ's body hits the barbed wire. And as it bounced off, Jake had a very awkward landing on this thinly covered concrete floor. That mat is more for aesthetics than anything. You're not going to get a lot of give out of that at all. And DJ. Oh. Jake Christ lands arm first, but his entire body entangled in the barbed wire. DJ in for the cover, only finds one. Credit to Jake Christ. Christ grabbing onto a part of that that wire that does not have a sharp barb on it. The near and far sides of the ring have a fewer barbs. The right and left side, you can see those are the sharpest and most covered sides with that X down the middle. And Jake Christ's body just driven into the wire. You can feel Jake Christ just cries out agony. DJ's thoughts on OI4K. Almost feel those barbs just enter deeper and deeper into Jake Christ's body. And you can hear the crowd showing their sentiments toward DJ Hyde. Jake Christ, I believe Jake just headbutted a piece of the barbed wire into the skull of DJ Hyde. That must have been attached to Jake Crist from one of his impacts with the wire. Oh, you can see that deep gash near the elbow of Jake Crist. That'll absolutely require some stitches after this battle concludes. And again, headbutting. Jake trying to open up a wound on the head of DJ Hyde, quite obviously, if he hasn't already. Jake Crist, one of the most dangerous athletes, one of the hardest hitters. I've talked to a lot of people who've been in the ring with Jake Crist. They'll attest. Very few, if anyone, can hit harder than Jake Crist. And hopefully Jake can withstand punishment. Jeez. The cries of agony of Jake Crist are unsettling. Again, just driven into the wire. About to say, you gotta hope for Jake Crist's sake he can take it as well as he can dish it out. DJ Hyde testing that theory. And now head first this time. And Crist already opened up around the head area. DJ opened up as well from those headbutts with the barbed wire. Things begin to get serious. Chris doing everything he can to crawl to his feet. And DJ whipping Jake with the barbed wire, and you can see it sticking into the back. A slam, and all of Jake Crist's weight works against him as the barbed wire digs further into the back. This is sadistic. This is ruthless. Jake Crist won't stay down, though. Bloodthirsty fans still firmly behind Jake Crist. I'd love to see DJ Hyde as the recipient of all this offense. You can see Jake Crist, it even hurts him to just detach the barbed wire from his own body. And Jake Crist finding some motivation there. DJ catches Jake from behind it. Jake drops forward and DJ, the back of the head gets caught up in the barbs. Right in the back of that head. Oh. Crist finally frees himself, but at what cost? Mind that wound on the elbow. Already wide open. Not to mention the head and all the cuts across the back we can't see. DJ Hyde a little bit better, but not by much. Back suplex by Crist, hurt himself. You can see how tender the back of Jake Crist is now. Driving 280 pounds down to the canvas. OI4K fans once again firmly behind Crist. Can Crist get the big man up? DJ with a headbutt hurt himself with that impact. You can hear the thud. Jake back to his feet. And what a slugfest this is. DJ the bigger man physically, but Jake Crist, one of the hardest hitters in wrestling, but just got rocked by DJ, who finds two. Jake's face and hair just completely soaked in crimson. DJ puts on the brakes. Almost drove himself into the barbed wire. Drop kick, DJ hits. DJ stunned, motionless, in pain, afraid to move because trying to free yourself sometimes hurts even worse than getting tangled in the barbed wire. Power slam, DJ head over heels. And you can see the barbed wire sticking to the legs. Can Chris pin DJ? No. DJ's forehead once again. Sliced apart. You see that mentality of OI4K, Ohio is for killers. Jake Christ, his brother Dave Christ, they're known as Irish Airborne in many circles, really spearheaded that movement. You can see the frame of mind they put each other in to be able to survive and thrive in an environment like this. Spinning back fist, shades of Aja Kong by DJ Hyde. Follow through. DJ's got a hell of a lariat. Jake Christ won't find out. Thrust kick dazes DJ. Back to the wire. Won't knock him down. DJ out on his feet. DJ elevated into the wire. Oh, that wire just scraping down the side of DJ's body. That's a great way to create a long extended gash. Up the leg and up the side of the torso of DJ. DJ's shirt stuck, and gotta believe some of the skin was as well. Jake Christ, martial arts style thrust kicks, tiger suplex. DJ's trapped, the shoulders were down. Again, near fall. Jake Christ can barely walk, but still putting the pressure on. Second time, DJ slammed legs first into the barbed wire. DJ spears Jake, the barbed wire gives way, and they hit concrete on the way down. Staff over to check on both of these men. Part of the reason for the barbed wire to keep these athletes in the ring. But easier said than done, the force of it's got to be about 500 pounds combined. Just broke the wire off the turnbuckle it's attached to in the corner. And now again, oh, you can see Jake Christ violently ripping the barbed wire out of DJ's body. We talked already earlier about sometimes it hurts more to take the barbed wire out than to have it be stuck in. Jake knows that the hard way. Made sure DJ Hyde felt it too. Jake still tangled into the wire, but slams Hyde into the wire a third time, and this time it's a concrete landing on top of it. See our staff having to cut them loose. Now it's Christ. The super kick and a Death Valley driver. DJ through the staging, and you notice that super kick. The leg of Christ, barbed wire wrapped around it. DJ ate that barbed wire right in the teeth. DJ is writhing in agony as Jake Crist can sense the end near. Death Valley Driver a second time. He's got him. Jake Crist survives. No. Jake Crist signals for a lariat now. That's a DJ specialty. Head and arm suplex. And Crist with a similar fate as DJ had felt multiple times earlier. DJ on top, 2 and no. DJ drives Jake Crist head first. This could do it. No. Once again, Jake Crist up. What is going to have to be done to stop one of these men? DJ. That arm chicken wing. And that's the barbed wire. Right up around the face. Right around the mouth and the jaw. And into the neck. Just digging that wire further and further into Jake's face and his neck. And wait a second. That's Jake's wife, Nevaeh. A tough wrestler in her own right. But this, you gotta believe, is uncharted waters for her. I'm not sure DJ realizes she's in the ring yet. Well, now he does. DJ finally realized who it was that was hitting him from the blind side. And we don't need this. Now, maybe Nevaeh overstepped her bounds, but this is going to get way too dangerous. Oh, Jake Crist, roll up. Nevaeh defend herself, and DJ nearly pinned. What a close call for Nevaeh. Jake Crist, maybe a 4th or 5th or a 6th wind at this point. Who knows how far down he's had to dig. No! And you talk about the way down deep. A DJ Hyde lariat. Jake Crist and DJ Hyde with a life sentence to be scarred and bruised from the matchup you have just seen here on Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars. Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars life sentence concludes with a matchup that it would take a lifetime to fully recover from. Ron Mathis, Drew Blood, Rory Mondo challenge the infamous Nation of Intoxication. There you can see 13 still stuck in the barbed wire. You can hear his screams of agony. Rory Mondo, who has a reputation all to himself for some of the insane things he's done over the years, and when you consider present company, that speaks a lot to what Mondo's capable of. Burning hammer, crashing through the one in the barbed wire. Cover near fall. On the outside, it's Danny Havoc. Dropping Mathis once again. This is absolute bedlam and anarchy. Mondo up top. And the chair to the head causes Mondo to lose his balance. Danny Havoc. It's Drew Blood now in control. Mondo still stuck in the steel and barbed wire, and Blood able to drop Devin Moore on the back of his head. And Mathis sends 13 through solid steel, wood, and barbed wire. Danny Havoc What looked to be a kendo stick of some sort, maybe a broom handle. Whatever he can get his hands on. As more and more bodies begin to collide and get entangled into the barbed wire steel mesh. Drew Blood with a German suplex. But Havoc back to his feet. Dragon suplex. And Drew to his feet. Both men running on adrenaline. Overhead T-bone suplex. But again, little to no effect. Both these men are suplex machines. And finally the hard clothesline takes Blood down. All 6 men with an amazing display of brutality thus far. And it's Devin Moore and Drew Blood meeting face to face and eye to eye. Moore daring Drew Blood, who retreats to the outside. Blood wants none of Devin Moore, but his teammates certainly do. Jawbreaker to Mondo. And Mathis and Moore send each other down simultaneously. Danny Havoc with an ironing board. Mondo, round kicks to the thigh, chopping Havoc down one step at a time successfully. Kawada style kicks between the eyes. And Danny Havoc is dazed. Mondo now using the ironing board, and of course the ironing board wrapped in barbed wire in its own right, and Havoc's forehead stuck to it for good measure. Mondo ascending to the top. Havoc meets him. Havoc looking to outdo Mondo. Pile driver! Into the ironing board, into the barbed wire, cover to Mondo too. Put the shoulder up. Not sure if that was a kick out so much as Mondo was in so much pain. Just hard to trap him down because of just how much agony he was in, but now that scaffolding. Devin Moore finds himself up top, but Mathis shakes the scaffolding, and Moore falls face first. The stakes keep getting raised here in wrestling's bloodiest wars. Mathis eyes that contraption beneath him. There's wood, there's barbed wire. It's designed to destroy. And Mathis and Danny Havoc, one of these men, will not exit the same way they enter. One of these men headed to the emergency room. Mathis with control. No! Both men in free fall. Devin Moore gonna have some company on top of that scaffolding. in the form of Rory Mondo. Oh no. Elevates more, grabbing onto the ceiling for dear life. Fireman's carry to Mondo. Roll through the one and through the barbed wire. And about a 10-foot drop for good measure. Mondo deposited to the outside now. As Mathis focuses on Havoc, both men having trouble with their equilibrium, but exchanging forearms center of the ring. Chair wrapped in barbed wire. Counter by Mathis. Sunset driver. Havoc lands top of the head first. This has got to do it, no. And Mathis in shock. What could be next? Mathis piling the chairs together. He's got 3. Counter. Dragon suplex back of the head into the chairs. Couldn't keep the shoulders down, but it could be academic from here. Death Valley driver for good measure, but Mathis with the shoulder up. Mathis may very well be concussed after those 2 high-impact shots into the pile of steel. Brutality continues all around this arena as Havoc sets up Mathis for more damage. Another barbed wire board. And now, from the top of the scaffold, Devin Moore with a shooting star. From 10 feet to the floor. That's gonna do it. The Nation of Intoxication victorious. We thank you for joining us on Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars.